Today we will be talking about different ways to help your horse handle the heat and stay cool while at a show. We will start off by talking about a few things you can do when hauling your horse down the road. If your trailer has vents on the top of it, like the picture on the left, it is important to open those so that the air can be moving through them. This will greatly increase the amount of air that flows through the trailer. Another way to help increase air circulation is to open the drop-down windows on the side. When doing this, make sure to leave the bars up, as shown on the right. It's a safety hazard if the bars are left down, because the horses are able to stick their heads out of the window as you're driving down the highway, which could lead to a possible injury. Once you have arrived at the show, it is always helpful to hang fans at your stall so that your horse gets constant airflow. If a fan hanger is not available, a hay net can also be used to place the fans inside. These pictures show a couple of different ways to hang fans to make sure your horse doesn't get too hot. While at a show, it is very important that your horse drinks enough water to stay hydrated. Dehydration in horses can lead to numerous problems such as colic or heat stress. Prior to arrival, it is helpful to know how much water your horse drinks per day. When at a show, horses don't always drink as much, so if you know how much your horse normally drinks, you can ensure that they are drinking an adequate amount during your stay. An easy test for you to determine if your horse is dehydrated is to pinch the skin on the neck and slightly pull. If the skin quickly flattens and returns to normal, then your horse isn't noticeably dehydrated. If the skin stays raised for more than 3 seconds, dehydration is possible. Other signs that can help you determine whether your horse is in a heat-stressed or healthy state is to know their normal vital signs. Knowing your horse's normal temperature, heart rate, and respiration rate will help you decide if your horse goes into heat stress. Note that these vital signs are collected while your horse is at a resting state. These numbers will be elevated during exercise, so wait until your horse is cooled down to take these measurements. To help ensure your horse maintains their water intake, you can add a daily ration of salt or electrolytes to their feed or water. Some horses tend to eat less while traveling or may become picky about supplements and electrolytes. If that's the case, there is also the option to administer paced electrolytes to ensure they consume enough. If your horse doesn't drink once you get to a show, it could be that they don't like the taste of the water. An option to help is to add a flavoring to the water, such as Gatorade. If you have 2 water buckets, you can have one flavored and leave the other alone. We have to exercise horses and ensure that they have a proper warm-up before showing to prevent injuries. When it's hot, make sure you have an exercise or warm-up plan in mind to help keep the amount of time in the heat down to a minimum. Choose exercise times during the cooler parts of the day, such as early in the morning or later in the evening. Most importantly, don't overdo it. You'll notice an increase in your horse's respiration rate during exercise, and then they will begin to sweat. Sweating is a form of thermoregulation in horses just like us, so don't be alarmed if you see a sweaty horse in the pen with you. If your horse doesn't sweat adequately, talk to your veterinarian to formulate a program and supplements to best fit your horse. After exercise, make sure your horse's breathing returns to normal during the cool-down period. After cooling out your horse, rinsing them off is a great way to pull their body temperature back down and lower their heart rate. While rinsing, focus on areas with larger concentrations of blood flow, such as the heart girth, groin, and along the underside of the neck. After rinsing, if you have a sweat scraper, scrape the excess water off your horse so that they dry quicker, which helps the cooling process. The use of rubbing alcohol sponged on your horse can also help speed this process up, as the rate of evaporation for alcohol is faster than water. Remember to always allow your horse access to water, which is even more important to consume after exercise.